Hello everybody, it's Mike and Denise. We are inside walking because it's so cold that I'm in my winter coat and shorts again. That's how cold it is for April. Actually, it's late April already, after tax day. So Denise has an article she picked out to us for our review and comment on the plant-based news. And what is that article?
It's called, Can You Reverse Kidney Disease?
Yes, that's it. Next.
It was just published November 15th, 2022
Okay.
by Haley Levine, medically reviewed by Mary Choi, PharmD. I guess she was a pharmacist.
Pharmacist, okay.
If you have kidney disease, you may wonder if you can reverse it. After all, you can do that with some other chronic health conditions such as high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, and type 2 diabetes. But when it comes to chronic kidney disease, it's not as simple. Chronic kidney disease tends to be a progressive chronic condition, explained Dugan Maddox, MD, PhD, Vice President of Kidney Disease Initiatives at Fresenius Medical Care in Waltham, Massachusetts.
Francis Assisi? Is that what it says?
Can you read this?
I don't know. I can't read that.
No. You may be able to stabilize or even reverse some of the injuries to your kidneys very early on in the course of the disease when you're just experiencing kidney inflammation, Dr. Maddox told Health. But many people don't have symptoms at that point, and they don't know to make the necessary changes, Dr. Maddox added.
But I do, because I'm the canary in the coal mine. So everything hits me like immediately, even though like there's articles saying you may not even notice the symptoms until something horrific sets in, right?
Right. I read another article today that said most people don't even know they have diabetes. So if you don't know that, you could also be damaging your kidneys and not knowing it.
Okay.
So that said, there are things you can do even if you don't have a diagnosis of kidney disease to help your kidneys stay healthy, Dr. Maddox advised. Here's how. Get regular checkups. About a third of all Americans are at risk for developing kidney disease, according to the National Kidney Foundation, often because the risk factors such as being overweight or having high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, or a family history of kidney disease. If you have any of these, it's important to see your healthcare provider regularly so you can get screened for kidney disease, Dr. Maddox noted. Per the NKF, there are two main tests. NKF, it must be the National Kidney Foundation.
Right.
A urine test called the ACR, or urine albumin to creatine ratio. This test looks at how much albumin, a type of protein, is in your urine. If your test comes back positive, it's a sign that your kidneys are not filtering your blood well enough.
Uh-oh.
Your healthcare provider will repeat the test 3 times over a 3-month period to confirm that you do indeed have early chronic kidney disease.
Okay.
A blood test that looks for creatine.
Creatine. It sounds like something creosote.
No, it's not creatine.
You might have creosote in your urine if your kidneys aren't working.
Creatinine, a waste product that can build up in your blood when your kidneys are damaged. Your result is plugged into a math formula to calculate your glomerular filtration rate, or GFR. A normal GFR is above 90. If yours is between 60 and 90, you may have very early stage kidney disease.
Okay, I hear this GFR from Mark Rosen. Mark, if you're watching, I know that you got kidney issues, so maybe you can get some information that's valuable from this. I don't know.
Yeah. Lower risk with lifestyle changes. Diabetes and high blood pressure are 2 of the most common causes of chronic kidney disease. When you have
the diabetes and high blood pressure cause kidney disease.
Yeah, 2 of the most common causes of chronic kidney disease. When you have too much glucose in your blood, it damages your blood vessels everywhere, including your kidneys, Dr. Maddox said. As a result, your kidneys' filters become damaged. The good news, diabetes is one of the most modifiable risk factors, said Dr. Goldfarb, MD, Clinical Chief of Nephrology Meteorology at NYU Langone Health.
Can you see if your hair is sparkling in this video, by the way?
No, I can't tell. I have fairy hair.
Turn your hair. You
I
turn your head.
Do you see it?
Fairy hair?
Probably not.
Well, you turn the other way. Not that way, the other way. Wait, I can see a little there. Yeah, I think a little bit.
There's one really long strand in here somewhere. But
Okay.
it's champagne colored, so you're not going to
Fairy
see
hair
it
from the Veg
light.
Fest. All right.
So, in a small study published in The Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology in 2019 found that people with type 2 diabetes who underwent an intensive weight management program could reverse their diabetes.
Just by lowering their weight.
Yeah, just by lowering their weight.
Because that's going to lower your blood pressure, and it's going to lower, most likely, your cholesterol and get you out of type 2 diabetes. Most likely.
You can lose weight without fixing your cholesterol.
You can, but usually they go hand in hand. That's why that's why you want to be at a normal BMI, because so many other things are usually going along with a high BMI.
Unless you go on the Fatkins diet, then you're going to raise your cholesterol eating
Fatkins
eggs
diet?
and lose weight. And it's not going to fix your problem. About a third of them were still in remission 2 years later. The goal is to get your A1C levels, a marker of type 2 diabetes, to under 6.5% for over 3 months. The same is true for high blood pressure, which also damages blood vessels in the kidneys so they don't work well, Dr. Maddox explained. If yours is high, and if anything over 120/80 is high,
Don't add salt to anything, by the way. Nothing. No added salt.
Try to get it under control with lifestyle changes. Some changes you can make include staying at a healthy weight, exercising, following a heart-healthy, low-sodium diet like the Mediterranean diet. We don't recommend Mediterranean diets because
Some of it's okay. Some of it's okay.
They include meat and olive oil.
So some of it's okay. It's better on average than the standard American diet, but it's not the end-all be-all.
People got well on the Mediterranean diet despite the olive oil because they were eating so many veggies.
Right, because it's better than what they were doing, which is the worst. The standard American diet is the worst.
And the last change is quitting smoking or not starting. If these steps don't work, you'll probably need to try medications. 2 types of blood pressure lowering meds.
So you take blood pressure lowering meds for kidney disease.
We're talking about how to eliminate your risk factors for kidney disease.
Okay.
And that's either reversing your diabetes or reversing
So we're not saying
your
this is a
blood
treatment for kidney disease, but we're trying to prevent it.
pressure. Yes.
All right.
So what Mike and I were talking about, and the reason I picked out this article, he said that all diabetes is reversible. And I was thinking about my grandmother who was on diabetes. She was on dialysis for 15 years.
You got to talk over Lady Gaga here.
I don't think she could have just got off dialysis. But
Well,
she
I
could
do.
have-
I do.
She could have reversed
She was-
her.
well, look-
Could you stop interrupting
Yes,
for a
sorry,
second?
go
I'm
ahead.
making a point.
Yes.
Even if she reversed her diabetes, which she could have done through weight loss and lifestyle changes, she would not have gotten her kidney function back because they were destroyed. Okay. She died
You're
of renal
right.
failure.
Okay. Well, that was the cause. The destruction was the cause. But whenever the body always wants to heal, so whenever you stop it in advance of that last gasp for breath, it will, in almost every case, reverse, in my opinion. I don't know when that was. There was obviously a point at which she crossed into that, the point of no return. But the whole idea with this article and everything else is don't get to that point,
Right.
okay? Like, do everything you can to keep away from that point.
The damage to the kidneys can be permanent. You might halt it, you might reverse it to a point, but usually the damage is
Well,
permanent.
there's kidney transplants. There's all this other stuff that medical science has. Even if you waited too long, don't think it's ever too late. But what you need to do is you change your whole lifestyle, reverse everything so that you're no longer injuring yourself, and then get a transplant. Don't even bother with a transplant if you're not going to change your lifestyle.
One other thing is what this article says is to watch your meds. If you're at risk for kidney disease or have early stage chronic kidney disease, It's important to avoid taking large amounts of over-the-counter painkillers such as acetaminophen.
Oh, acetaminophen is bad. There's so many reactions. Like acetaminophen and alcohol is a known kidney killer, actually. That's what it is. If you take acetaminophen after drinking to avoid a headache or to stop one the next day when you still got alcohol in your system, that is known to destroy your kidneys, actually, and your liver too, right? Your liver, actually, I think is more. But anyway, this is why this all makes sense. It all makes sense.
The next thing is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory.
NSAIDs.
Or, NSAI,
That's the things like the other things. What are they called? Anti-inflammatories. Ibuprofen.
Naproxen sodium, I think.
Yeah, ibuprofen.
NSAI.
Yep.
Or aspirin. All of these drugs can damage kidney tissue and reduce blood flow.
Yes. This is why
to the NKF.
Okay, I agree. And this is why I say, when I see people that take painkillers regularly, whether it's just aspirin, oh, it's just aspirin, no big deal. No, it is a big deal. Aspirin's only not prescription because it was before the FDA had all this approval stuff for pharmaceuticals. Nowadays, it would be like a big approval process to get aspirin approved. But you never want to regularly take these things, even aspirin or acetaminophen or ibuprofen, whatever. You do not want to take them regularly, and this is just one example as to how it could damage the kidneys.
It says if you do need to take them to treat aches and pains, the National Kidney Foundation recommends that you follow the dosing directions on the label and take the lowest dose possible for the shortest period of time. You should also stay hydrated, drinking about 8 glasses of fluid a day. We just eat lots of fruit. Avoid alcohol while taking them. And if you've already been diagnosed with kidney disease, always check with your healthcare provider before you take an over-the-counter pain medicine that NKF advises. And quit smoking. It raises the risk of lung disease. It also affects your kidneys. Studies have shown that quitting smoking may slow the decline of kidney disease. A 2018 study published in the Clinical Journal of American Society of Nephrology found that both former and current tobacco smokers were significantly more likely to experience the progression of their chronic kidney disease. It raises the risk of heart disease, which in turn leads to decreased blood flow to the kidneys. It narrows the blood vessels, including those in the kidney, and thickens and hardens the renal arteries. So,
anything else is at the end of the article?
Actually, now it talks about a healthy diet.
Oh, okay, good. Prevention.
It says a Mediterranean diet is best. It reduces risk of developing.
It's the best normal. I would say the Mediterranean diet is the best normal diet across a large population group. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
It's not the optimal diet. It is not the optimal diet for human health.
Yeah, it says to watch your salt intake. Moderate your daily protein intake. Generally, you want 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, or roughly 55 grams of protein a day for a 155-pound person. We get like 38 and we're fine. You don't need 55. That's according to the standard calculator. So that's it. The review talks about everything that I just said. Watching your weight, exercising, quitting smoking,
just doing what you're supposed to do. You just do what you're supposed to do and you'll probably prevent kidney disease. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, you will probably get kidney disease and a host of other diseases like high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and everything else that is the precursor of kidney disease, right?
Yes.
That's it. Okay, so, and then you talked about me talking about reversing type 2 diabetes. We can talk about that another time, but yes, I do believe that in most cases, unless you hit that point of no return, you'll be able to reverse that. You'll be able to reverse kidney disease. You'll be able to reverse high blood pressure. You'll be able to reverse type 2 diabetes and anything else. Diseases are built up over a long period of time. So you can still have them for a while, and you can still, over a long period of time, or even a short period of time, reverse them. It's not like you caught the disease. You developed it because of your habits. And check out my book, Live to 150 at liveto150.org. It's totally free, and it explains all this. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, well, hopefully we'll get an article in the future about reversing type 2 diabetes. And I also want to mention for type 2 diabetes, the only thing that you really got to watch out with, because we talked about this, is high glycemic index foods. I talked about this in the book. Most fruits are not high glycemic index because of all the fiber. So don't think you can't take that sugar. But that's a subject of a whole other video. There are certain ones like watermelon actually and pineapple that are considered high glycemic index, even though they have the fiber, but those are not normal. Most of the fruits are okay. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and leave your comments below, any of your thoughts, any of your questions, anything like that. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, and walk. Do not sit and watch this video. Keep moving, unless you're in the car driving. You can listen to it in the car while you're driving.